sex jokes, no smoking,
Yeah.
no.
Why not? Kids liked the first movie a lot. Why tame it down when the first movie had the same appeal?
Because adults don't give kids enough credit to
Yeah.
to separate things in their brain or not understand things.
Yeah.
You know.
There definitely was a shift from the early 80s to the late 80s. When you look at movies, like kids' movies that came out in the early 80s, they definitely were darker than where the decade ended.
Do, re, Egon. That's
People
good.
quote that
That's
a lot,
good.
and I never cared much for that joke.
But for the line at the end of the scene, the two in the box, ready to go,
Oh.
because we be fast.
See, I
and
don't think I
maybe
like that one
slow.
either. It feels like they're trying too hard to come up with little catchphrases
Well, that's
instead of letting them happen. And there are a lot of lines in this that feel natural, that are more quotable to me because they don't feel like they're trying
I don't
as
think it's-
hard.
I don't think this is anywhere near as quotable as the first one. I can't think of any
no.
classic Ghostbusters 2 quotes.
There's a couple.
There's a few. There's lots of good lines. I wouldn't call them like famous quotes, but there's lots of funny lines in it.
Every line spoken in the first one is a famous quote now.
Yeah, yeah.
The flowers are still standing. Even when he does that.
We're at that point in this movie too.
Yeah.
This is that same scene. And then it's immediately followed up with a montage, a music montage of them catching ghosts.
They're suddenly back in business.
Just
even
like
though-
that.
I guess you could say that with the first one, though. Like, suddenly there was a montage of them being back in business. But
Well, it's their business growing in the first one, and then there is an explanation as to why all this
Right.
paranormal stuff is happening.
yeah, this one,
I mean,
guess,
there kind of is too with the pink
yeah,
slime, but
the slime is getting more powerful.
it still doesn't explain how ghosts just come out of the slime.
You're not supposed to care.
You're just, they're catching ghosts.
Yep.
And that's it.
This movie's insulting.
You know, as a kid, it always bugged me that they weren't wearing their uniforms during this scene.
They're in a courtroom.
I know! I was a kid! I wanted to see the Ghostbusters in their jumpsuits shooting ghosts, not in suits.
You'll see plenty of that later. You can still see that today, actually, if you go to a convention that Ernie Hudson is at. He actually wears the Ghostbusters uniform at conventions. Yeah,
That's
it's a little sad.
just sad.
It's a little sad.
That's the line that you should never cross.
Yeah.
As a. Uh-oh. Now we're back.
Apparently, whatever job Janine had in between the first movie and this one, she felt was worth giving up so she could be a receptionist again.
Yeah. She wasn't working the last 3 years. Hey, here's the running down the street shot.
And then, the sign. We visited the Ghostbusters fire station once, and they let them keep that sign after.